Hey, welcome to my first Periscope. This is Mark Armiento, and I am founder of Life Balance Advantage. And it is my pleasure to be here today. I figured let me try a new technology to get a little exposure in terms of some of the things I've been doing for years. And I think what a wonderful time to just talk about things that are most important to balance in life. But before I start, I think it's really important to meet my friend Waldo. I don't know if you know Waldo, but Waldo's been around for quite some time. And he is from my earlier days and is a symbol of finding self for me. So we used to have these kinds of puzzles where you had to find Waldo. And of course, there was hundreds of pseudo Waldos, but there was only one real Waldo with the red and white stripes. So I bring Waldo with me everywhere whenever I lecture to kind of symbolize the importance of finding self or finding Waldo. And about after 15 years of my lectures, one person kind of confronted me in the audience and said, "Why is Waldo a male?" In other words, where are all the women that need to find themselves? So I searched on the internet. It took me a long time, and I discovered, with a little perseverance, that you can actually manifest a Waldet. And so Waldet is part of my message as well. And wherever I take Waldo, I take Waldet. Now, that actually is just an indication that you and I can identify with the fact that at times we are not aware of ourselves. In my work, I call that sleepwalking, and have written a book, Sleepwalking on a Tightrope, where people are in trance and totally mindlessly walking around in life. I saw a great video the other day of a person who was actually texting and unfortunately walked into a fountain in a mall while she was texting. So focused on her, again, phone that she didn't even see the fountain in front of her. And I said to myself, boy, that's something to kind of laugh at. It was a little humorous. And then I paused and I said, wait a minute. What if that lady was carrying a baby? Then that mindless sleepwalk would have been tragic. So Life Balance Advantage is about waking Waldo and Waldet up, that's you, to some of the moments in time, like now, where we might not be focusing on really what's important. And the first message for me today, in my first Periscope ever, right? Not to be my last, is to talk a little bit about what I call in my book toxic Kool-Aid. We've all had Kool-Aid before. It's sweet. It's something a lot of young kids in particular want to run for. They have other kinds of juices today, but in my day it was Kool-Aid. And is it possible that there could be Kool-Aid, something sweet and appetizing in your life, that's toxic or poisonous? And I use that as a kind of a way to communicate that sometimes the people around you, even though they love you, create toxic communication, poisonous to your mental health. Is it possible that the delivery of that toxic Kool-Aid can come not just from an enemy, but actually from a loved one or someone very close to you and a family member? So the other term I kind of give to people to experience when they're in that kind of place where people are communicating in very negative ways is when there's drama in communication. I know you've heard the term drama queen. We know there's drama kings as well. And these human beings, the Waldo and Waldets of us all, create negative dialogue at times that gets into our conscious mind, even pervasively into our hardwired drive, so to speak, of our minds, when we're sleepwalking or in trance. In other words, is it possible that we could be focused internally in such a limited place that when the toxic negative communication comes to you, that you actually believe it? And then when you believe it, it becomes part of your identity. So again, the first LBA Life Balance Advantage message for today is stay clear of toxic Kool-Aid, of drama queens and drama kings. Because your internal dialogue with yourself, your presence needs to be positive at all times. So again, my name is Mark Armiento. I'm hoping that you enjoyed at least the first Periscope. And this is really about life balance advantage, finding a place in your life where you focus at least once a day in waking up from your sleepwalk and choosing health, mind, body, and spirit, so that the happiness you deserve will be yours. And you know that you are blessed. Have a wonderful day.